Hi guys, this is your Filipina page and happy weekend to each and everyone. So glad that I'm back to make this video. Thank you in advance for all my new subscribers. I have to discuss this, although that I know for sure that you have seen a lot of videos from my fellow Filipinos, from foreigners who have been dating and who have married or have girlfriends in the Philippines. Maybe there are some points that they would be missing, like if I do my videos I miss a lot of points too. So it's good that it's a reinforcement kind of thing and a refresher course. I'm like a teacher. Okay, now there are things that you should remember when dating a Filipina, or if you want to date a Filipina. Now, first and foremost, remember that there's really a big difference of Western culture and Eastern culture, specifically, Filipino culture and other Asian culture, of course, especially when it comes to family, love, marriage, relationships. It's really, really big difference. That's why when I see videos, sometimes I get, what? Although I know some of it, I've heard and I've observed also, but when this movement has been really exploding since maybe last year already, I'm not sure, but it was like my eyes opened, like, it's really, really big issue in the West right now. Well, just research and do a lot of digging, you will see a lot, of course. And yeah, it's just like always like jaw drop. Like, oh my god, it's really like strange for me and also for us in the East that why is it like a big issue, this one? Because suppose it's not gonna be an issue because it's the natural thing to do for men and women. Anyways, first and foremost, while dating a Filipina, even other Asian cultures for sure, you need to take it slow. It's not like the West, like here in Europe. I've also tried, some are inviting me to have, dinner and blah, 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 coffee. And yes, I dated many times. But when we say date, in the Filipino perspective, it's just like meeting. It doesn't mean the way I understand it and perceive and observed. Like when you say dating in the West, it's like it's assumed that you're gonna be together after, like you already accepted the guy and you will already go with him, sleep with him, or you already start kissing like this. No, it's not the way it is in our culture. So some of you might think, Filipinas, of course, we are modern in the way we look, of course. We cannot wear our traditional clothes and, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we lost our values, our morals, and our standards with regards to the, social norms, the family values that our old generations have instilled in us, especially when it comes to love, relationship, and marriage, because we really, really, really take it so serious. So the first time you get a boyfriend, we already think and anticipate, expect, we want already, we desire already that is the first and it will lead to marriage. It's always like that. That's one goal. Now, modern times, yes, there are some already Filipinas. I'm not saying all, okay. There are already some Filipinas that are a bit liberated on, on these things. But I can assure you that there's still maybe 10% from, 10% of them that still has these traditional things in other aspects maybe. So I cannot dig into that because that's already the personal thing and life and character. So we respect that, anyways. But generally, dating in the Philippines is very lengthy. And some men, actually, some guys, they will just give up, really, because we are taught like you cannot say yes easily because it lowers your value as a woman and even your self-respect as a woman. So we have this pakipot stage. It means that um, even if you like the person already or already attracted and you feel like love at first sight, let's say, okay, um, we Filipinas don't easily say, okay, I like you, and then we give way, all the way. No, we have to test him like for a few weeks, months. Some other takes years in courtship, showing and proving that he is really sincere. That's what we are expecting you to do as a man, so that we know that you are already want that commitment and loyalty to us, because we don't want to change partners or change relationships every now and then if it doesn't work. We are not in more of like testing waters or experimental thing. We, as much as possible, we want to avoid that. Not easily that we will go into the next relationship and we just slip around because, yeah, okay, what else can I lose because I already lost my virginity. We still think the same, and we are preparing ourselves for in case a new one comes, and the same goal forever. Should be forever. So you may think that a lot of single moms in the Philippines a lot of them will remain single and will have a long time of waiting. They will wait. Yeah, we hit the wall because not because we don't and we can't get a man, because we don't want just to get a man. You know what I mean? No. So it's better we stay single than to play around and lose our self-respect. And yeah, it's lonely, of course, but sometimes we decide on things that will just create our own misery. So we don't want to make the same mistakes as before. And because of our goal that to have that one family, happy, peaceful, full of love kind of family. That's why it takes us years to get into a new relationship, or it takes us forever to settle down again. Because we always want to make sure that it's the last one. That's the thing. So it's like it's now or never for us, mostly Filipinas, that are really serious in relationships, in family. For me, for example, I have kids in my previous marriage. So we usually think of our kids first before entering into a new relationship, because we understand deep inside us that I know that guys or the family of the guy will think that maybe he will just use you because to take care of the kids, which is not his kids. So most of the time we usually work hard as a single parent to raise our kids on our own. And when they are already young adults or teenagers, that we don't need a lot of things like diapers and all this stuff, baby stuff, then when the time comes and when the right guy comes again, then we open our doors and our windows to that right guy, because we don't want them to think that I'm putting the burden on his shoulder. We're putting the burden on his shoulder on our previous, relationships. My problem, of course, if he's really a good guy, that's not an issue. I mean, it's just a kind of good conversation together. But we think one page ahead. And we know because we feel how he would feel, how his family would feel. So we are avoiding that because Filipinos in general are sensitive, very sensitive. Sometimes it's oversensitive that it gets like crazy and annoying. Honestly, huh? This is really true. But these are things that we should learn when you are couples already. You should, set boundaries and adjust. You have to meet halfway and you have to lower down yourself without ego, without pride, for one common purpose, one common goal. In dating, you cannot, when you meet, for example, for a coffee, a guy shouldn't assume that she already likes you or she already wants to accept you as a boyfriend. Because in Filipino culture, it's just the first stage of she wanted to get to know you better. So that's why, as much as possible, also, she doesn't want you to spend money on the first date, especially too much money, like a coffee or just one barbecue stick, one popsicle ice cream, or just sitting around without food or nothing, just talking in a park. That's fine. That's fine with the Filipina. Because the purpose is to get to know you, not to get your stomach be filled up. Get the satisfaction of your earthly needs or whatnot. Yeah. So don't expect her to, sometimes she will put really a gap that you cannot even hold her hand or touch her because we are traditionally a bit of, well, conservative, but yeah, we're still conservative in many ways. So, especially with that dating. So, first date, no touching, no kissing, no going into the bed. Well, I'm not saying all. Now, there are, of course. But if the girl really likes you, it's her personal thing. But I'm saying just pure facts here in general. So you have to take it slow and be patient. And when you are already couples, girlfriend, boyfriends, even husband and wife already, the physical display of affection, public display of affection is not too blatant or not too open in public. For example, if you try to kiss her, like a long kiss on the lips, even if you're husband and wife, she will look around her first because she's gonna be shy because it's not normal in the Philippines to do that. You can kiss probably a smack on the lips, but not like, that torrid kind of kissing. Especially when you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, or people will frown and stare at you there and will go marites, like marites means gossip. I mean, it's a slang term for women or men. Now it's been used. Those who are, talking behind you and giving you an issue. So you just wait when you're alone together in your house or in your bedroom and watch and learn. Oh my gosh. You will just probably get, oh, stop it. Oh, because she's gonna be so sweet and like a leech, always wants to hug you, cuddle you, and hold you like that. I think you have seen it in some of the videos of Filipinas with foreigners, Typically in the Philippines, yes, that's right. Those Western women, modern women who are saying that, you're probably thinking that they're gonna go 50-50. It's true. Yeah, we don't really usually go 50-50. No, because it's not that we are selfish or what, but because we automatically know without discussing it to our partners, men and women there already understand their role and the boundaries without words, without description, without elaborating, without having this discussion before getting together. Because it's like automatic. When you're a man, this is, you know that these are your roles. When you are a woman, you know that these are your roles. Men provide, protect, head of the family. Women nurture, care, love, manages the home, do the groceries, all these things, taking care of the kids. So usually the Filipino man there, husband for example, or boyfriend, when he has money from salary for example, we don't tell him that, hey, where is your money? Give me money. No, he immediately, instantly, automatically remits, remits or gives the salary to the wife. No questions asked, no issues. And the woman knows already what to do with the money. Not for her personal needs or wants or desires or whatever, personal whims, but she knows already that it is for the family. Part of this savings, part of this electricity, part of this food, part of this groceries, part of this needs of the husband and the kids. The last thing that she will think or that will come into her mind is herself. It's always family first for her. Then it depends on you. Maybe you can agree with the 50-50 or, but we usually, typically, we don't follow those kind of rules. So sometimes if the woman has more and she knows that her man needs help, she will do it automatically. She will get the 80-20% kind of, not demands or you have to lay down that this is one, you have to give me 50%, you have to give me 60%, nothing. And prenuptial agreement is not also usual in the Philippines. Very seldom that there are couples that do prenuptial agreement. Because why do we need it? Because it's just automatic that we understand our roles, specific respective roles. We don't do that. We are not after, those things. No, really, honestly, many times I've said this, we date to marry. So usually you have to be clear with the girl that, okay, we'll just see where this goes. Because the Filipina mind, she really wanted this to end up in marriage or in togetherness forever, together forever thing. So no marriage deal kind of thing. Usually when they go into a relationship, there is always love. They feel first. So sometimes parents would actually go like her because we get stubborn when it comes to relationships because we follow our heart most of the time. Although our heart only circulates blood, nothing than that, because it's our brain which teaches us how to feel, suppose like that. But that's why my parents or our old generations even always remind us that that's why your head is up here and your heart is down here, because you have to think. Don't let your emotions always rule you and control you. But women are really stubborn, promise. Okay, no hate with women, I'm a woman, but we have to sometimes, really, we have to accept reality, we have to accept truth. In that way, we get peace and we could understand ourselves better. And others, we could understand others too. And then you can work, I mean, you could unite and there's peace, right? If the relationship really don't work, or there's really problems that cannot really be resolved, like it's really impossible to be resolved, and you want to split up with her, break up with your Filipina slowly, gently. The song, break it to me gently if you have to. Yes, don't break up with her too badly, because yes, we have to admit that Filipinos and Filipinos in general really are very emotional and sensitive people. Yes, that's true. There are a lot of advantages, but there are also a lot of disadvantages on that kind of trait of Filipinos. But it is what makes us Filipino. So, um, yeah. So it's up to the man to discipline his Filipina, really. And I assure you, Filipinas are really just gonna follow you. The respect is always there. Unless if you really do bad to her, she also will fight back. That's true. I'm not saying, because that's why they have this misconception of Filipinas being submissive, they are slaves and they can say anything or they don't fight back. We don't know our rights, we are stupid. No, it's not like that. We just know when to act properly, when to use it properly. We do have feminist kind of thing when it is needed. Like if your life is threatened, if you're beaten without reason, there are good and bad people everywhere. Men or women, there is always bad apples. So, yes. Some rumors are true actually about Filipinas. Filipinas can be a bit feisty at times, and you can absolutely expect there to be some disagreements during the dating process, and that's normal, you know. But the only thing that I will assure you that they are not that combative, like I don't know what. You will know maybe, and some of the foreigners who have Filipino girlfriends will attest to that, and you can see a lot of videos on that. Of course, this is to be expected when dating any woman of any nationality. Even you as a person, this is an instinct that if things don't go really well and you know you're having to save your own life, of course, human instinct, you have to survive, right? Filipinas are also opinionated and strong. Strong in the sense that respect is not forgotten. You know, the strength of a Filipino woman we often see in the way she faces adversities in life, how she manages her home, her duties, her responsibilities, and doing all these things at the same time, even if she's working, you know, being opinionated and strong in the Filipino way. I think it's not a bad thing, because I know we only hold true to our beliefs. We have conviction and disposition of in life. Honestly, sometimes you need to expect that they rarely back down when they know that it's the right thing to do. When they are disrespected, and they'll need to defend themselves. That's the thing, because you also need to prepare for that, like as if you're standing in a trial. over simplest things, because Filipinos in general, Filipinas per se, they like logic. Honestly, they are very practical and logical in most of the things that is happening in real life. And they always think of what if, maybe in the future, what is the effect. They have this cause and effect, they have this weighing of things all the time, especially when it involves their family, not just themselves. I assure you that. Maybe there, of course, there are some different ones, like not the way that I describe right now, but these are very rare people. I think even in your place or anywhere else, there will always be different individuals. And then you can expect arguments with your Filipino girlfriend to be short, vigorous sometimes, and to the point. We don't want to go here and there. We want always to be in black and white and sticking to the issue and try to resolve it right away. Because I remember our parents, our old generation, our grandparents always tell us and remind us, like, no, don't sleep over a problem as a couple as much as possible. So yes, there is this Filipina tampo, but usually it's just hours. I said this before, that deep inside her, she doesn't want it to last longer. So she wants really the problem to be solved right away. So sometimes it will be also annoying that she will keep on bugging you. So we have to talk, we have to talk. Because she wants it to be solved and she doesn't want it to make matters worse. And yeah, she wants again the good, peaceful, loving, sweet atmosphere inside the house. But then again, she doesn't hold grudge afterwards. That is the tampo, silent treatment kind, sulking kind. Tampo, but she's still, it's just a temporary at just that point of time, and then she will still cook for you, she will serve you, you still have a good meal, and she will even surprise you with that. And that's sometimes her way of like getting or seeking your attention. That okay, you're okay again. So it's the argument usually is very quick. Yeah. So, speaking of that the Filipina will still cook for you even she's not feeling good about the situation, or she's a bit disappointed or frustrated. Yes, always expect a good meal. That is a trademark of Filipinas. It is our vestige of love, care, affection, and that you're very important to them. And that is her way of even feeling for herself that she is a good woman. She's a good wife. She is a real woman in that way. Then, of course, because of that, expect a Filipina that she will give you all her love, her care, all your attention. So expect to feel loved, very much loved. So that's how she's expecting. She already knew that when she goes into a relationship, she already knows her role and duty, that she should do that innately. So then she expects to make a commitment. You won't expect to spend lots of money to make her happy. So just being a good guy who is there for her is all she needs to feel safe and happy. Love you guys.